Welcome to San Diego Market Movers. I'm your host, Valerie, and I'm here with Chris Hyatt. Hi, Chris.
Hey Valley, how are you doing?
Wonderful. And Chris, I was kind of curious about, I know affordability is difficult for some people out there, but more importantly, a lot of times sellers are leaving money on the table because maybe they're not hiring the right people or they're not following the guidance. Can you touch on that a little bit?
Yeah, sure. I can give you a great example. It's a personal example. Um, the complex that I live in is the Uptown District in Hillcrest, and it's a very highly desirable place to live. It's so proximal to so many things. As a result, it's very rare to find a bunch of properties for sale at any given time. The rule of thumb is there's usually 5 to 10% of any given large complex on sale at any time in the market. So that leaves like 5 to 15 on the market in a 300 unit
Yeah.
complex. We have never had 6 units for sale at any one time in the last 20 years, except maybe one other time, because I've lived there for 25 years, I can tell you.
Yeah.
And so I took a new listing, and my client is amazing, and he listened to me. And it was a brilliant example of when clients listen to their realtors. And I think it also takes a strong realtor. And I think you need to be firm, kind. It's kind of like a doctor. When you go to a doctor and you have something wrong with you, you don't
Yeah.
want the doctor to give you platitudes and to kind of skirt the issue. You want the doctor to say, hey, here's what you need to do.
Yeah.
Here's how we fix you.
Right.
And so I try to do that in as kind a way as I can. And I have a great professional stager who is really helpful, because it's not necessarily only coming from me. It's the stager who works with all kinds of other realtors in all different markets of the county. And so they really know what buyers are looking for, what's going on. So it's kind of a joint team effort that we make these suggestions that the seller hopefully will listen to and agree to. And I think if you present it in the right way, the seller's going to understand that you're in this for them. You're in this to make their ATM, their home, squirt out as much money as possible.
Right.
And that's what I have to try and tell them. It's not your home anymore, it's an ATM. Let's
Yes.
let's make as much money as we can for you.
Yes.
And so when the client listens to you, it's amazing. So we had 6 properties on the market, all 5 of them had been on for a while.
Yeah.
Actually, one had been a week, one had been like 2 weeks, one had been like 40 days, one had been 97 days, one is 274 days.
Okay.
And I went to show all of them as well on our first open house weekend, because I had a client who was looking as well. So I wanted to show all 6. So I hadn't
Yeah,
seen a
good.
couple of them. And we saw one that was an identical model match to ours in arguably a better location, because the elevator doesn't go to the second floor, which is where our unit is, which some people can take as a detractor. But it can be a positive for some, but detractor for others. By and large, very equal. And this unit had been on the market, it still is, for over 200 days, 270 days. And when you walk in, it's tomb-like. It's dark. All of the plantation shutters were covered and closed shut, and the floor was just dark, and the kitchen was dark. Everything that could have been done in an
Simple.
unappealing way was
Yeah.
done in an unappealing way. I don't want to
Yeah.
speak badly about some, but I think this could have just been done, presented much better with brightness. And so our place, we did, we have our painter who knows what trends are, what people are looking for. So he painted the neutral color, because they had a dark accent wall, which is fine if you're living there, but if you're selling it, you want to appeal to
Right.
the broadest amount of people, right? So he painted this beautiful neutral tone, and then our stager came in and just went to town using a combination of the client's materials and his own, and just did a spectacular job. And in our first open house weekend, a showing of 6 people in 3 hours is considered a pretty good showing.
Yeah.
We had 18 in 3 hours
Yeah.
on a Friday, and then we had 11 in 2 hours on a Sunday.
Yeah.
And I think we had 15 on 2 hours on the Saturday. We were in escrow with multiple offers in the first 4 days, on day 4.
Yeah, and that's just from doing the right things, just opening it up, like little easy fixes, bright.
Yes,
Turn your lights on.
yes,
Keep it cool
100%,
in there.
100%.
Little things that you don't really realize that don't cost you money.
Exactly. And I will say, I'm sure that there's an element of luck, and right buyer, right time, right place, and I don't discount that. But I think that the things that we can control, we should
Can
control.
control, yeah.
And those are not small things. Just like you said, lighting, making sure that things are open and bright and welcoming as much as you possibly can. I think that's so critical, because I always tell my sellers, you have one chance to make a great first impression.
That's right.
So if they listen, if you present it in a way that's strong, and from the point of view of it's to their benefit to do what you're suggesting, and make them feel confident that you're the professional, that they've hired the right person, and they, okay, all right, this person's really in it for me in the right reasons.
I
That's,
love that.
yeah.
Well, also, if you guys are on the market a little too long and you want a second opinion, reach out to Chris. He's your guy. Thank you.
Thank you, Valley. Great to see you.
Bye, guys.